You can't embarrass him. And so God will keep quiet. You will fail woefully, and he will still be God. Because you don't justify his godship in a court. He is God before the world was created. You find some people come and say, Lord, show yourself, prove yourself. When you finish singing that song you are singing, go back and find the way of the Spirit. Because you can't manipulating God into manifesting when you fail to obey the law of life that is in your spirit. The men who can bring God on the scene are those who follow the movement of the Spirit. When such men show up, even if they don't talk, God moves because they are present. Praise God. And I say when you perfect life, then another operation is demanded of you, consciousness. Because the way you can keep what you have is to sustain the consciousness. This is why the devil attacks you. This is why you find men rise up gossiping you. They say you said this, you said that. What they are trying to do is to move you from your consciousness and begin to talk things that don't matter. When they say you said something, don't go and argue. Tell them there is a judge that judges all men. When the time is right, he will give us the verdict. Don't waste your life trying to prove to everybody you are right. When the devil sees that you have built a consciousness that cannot be destroyed, he will go and raise 3 of your friends. They will lie against you. And for 6 months, you are crying. You are calling everybody, trying to prove yourself. When you are done proving yourself, you will discover you are falling from heaven. The devil is wise. Sometimes the devil shows up with problem tied to house rent. And then you lose your sleep. You lose your prayer. You lose everything. And when you finish bothering yourself, Jesus asked a question. He said, can you add 1 cubit to your stature by worrying? If you cannot add 1 cubit, the house rent challenge may be there. You will focus on Jesus. And Jesus will bring a way. He will make a way where there is no way. But your worrying cannot add anything to your life. At the end of the day, if it adds something, the name is called high blood pressure. But the devil is wise. He wants to destroy your consciousness. You wake up that morning with the word of the Lord that you are a joy of many generations. Instead of keeping that consciousness, the first person you meet now brings you a bad news. And then you leave that word that came to you. You throw that word away, you carry the bad news, and you think you will live a supernatural life. It's not possible. Find men who live supernaturally. They stay tuned to God. Because in this life, you will manifest the frequency you are connected to. A radio cannot transmit a frequency it is not connected to. You will naturally manifest the frequency you are connected to. This is why for you to continually walk in the supernatural, you must sustain the consciousness of the supernatural. The day you lose that consciousness, you lose the supernatural. And I said, number 3, under the protocol of life, in walking in the supernatural, you must always learn to believe. Because faith is the activator of the supernatural. If you cannot believe, you cannot see. In the world, you see to believe. In the kingdom, you believe to see. They are 2 different things. People will tell you, seeing is believing. That's the world system. In the kingdom, believing is seeing. Because it's what you believe that you see, not what you see that you believe. Paul said that what we see is temporal, but what we do not see is eternal. And so our focus is not on the temporal. Our focus is on the eternal. Because you cannot see the supernatural except as you believe it. As you believe it, you activate it. So what you see is a function of what you believe. Permit me to submit to you this morning that the outcome of your life is a function of your aggregated consciousness and belief system. That's why even when you pray, it looks as if God does not answer. Because when God answers, it will pass through your consciousness and your faith. Your faith is what brings to bear what God gives to you. Every one of us sitting here has everything that we will ever need in life. But it is still in our spirit. It's our consciousness and our belief that will bring it to pass. He said that he has given unto us. He didn't say he will give unto us. He said he has given unto us all things that pertain to life and to godliness. But it is through the knowledge. That means the consciousness and the faith that brings it to an experience. Many people have the wrong consciousness. You can go to a prophet to lay hands on you. An apostle can lay hands on you. At the end of the day, you will have momentary manifestation, but you can never walk in the supernatural. That's why walking in the supernatural is beyond an impartation. It's beyond a man prophesying to you. It is something every one of us walks out deliberately. It's a walk out your salvation. Walk it out.